Okay, you guys, I don't know if anybody can hear me or see my screen, and I don't even think this is the screen I want you to see. If you do see it, um, Facebook's so frustrating to me today. So, okay, so if I'm looking at this, let me switch some browsers around here on my screens, and hopefully somebody will chime in with a comment. So I know that some people are out there still hanging around. Frame rate is too low. You might get a lower quality stream. So apparently maybe I'm having some internet connections as well. I don't think so. I've never had internet connections before. I get a little freaked out with everything that's happening in the world right now, and now I'm worrying about, cyber attacks and yes, all this fear. All this fear. Hi Cheryl. Thanks for the smiley face. It makes me feel a little bit better that somebody's out there. Maybe you can help me. Can you tell me um, what you see on what you see on my screen? So I just switched it around here. So I guess I'm working on that side, which is not what I'm used to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start designing. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so welcome to the Canva Scrapbook Challenge for March. And if you saw my post earlier, and I want to bring it up for you to show you in the video here. Let's see. No, let me see what I can do here. So I'm going to drag it onto my screen. I was going to upload into Canva, of course. Okay, so on my screen right now is a inspiration page for the challenge that I'm about to do here, the Scraplift challenge I'm about to do. Oh, thanks, Jamie. I really appreciate that. It is a 4x8, so I'm just working on my screens are reversed here. So hang on, and Facebook keeps sending me these messages saying the frame rate's too low. So it might affect the quality of the stream. I don't know. I'll have to wait until we replay this back. If it's a no-go, I will take the video down. I will record it on my computer and I will upload it to the Canva group. So no worries, guys. I'll make sure you get this info and what I'm about to create one way or another. So the delay is to go watch it now. That's awesome, Jamie. Okay, so this is the excuse me. This is the inspiration page. I was scrolling through Instagram, and I save pages from time to time that I think stand out, or I might want to use that as a jumping off point down the road when I'm scrapbooking. And this one stood out to me, and so the reason I picked it is it's something different. So each time I do a video, I'm going to try and share something a little bit different. This is a traveler's notebook size, but I even believe this size is 5x7 or something around there. This is a notebook from Everyday Explorers, I believe, and the inspiration page came from Instagram user Miss Paper, MISC Paper, and I did tag that in the original post. So we're going to go ahead and use this page as the inspiration for today's challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I did mention, I did create a design that is a 4x8 page on my screen here, and you didn't see that in the video, but I'm just going to go ahead and add another blank page so I can start working on that. and get that out of the way. So here's my page. We have my inspiration one up here that I can refer to should I need to. Yes, the video tutorial will be not on YouTube. I do not have my video tutorial set up on YouTube yet, but it will be available in the Canva group once we're finished recording. So I hope that answers your question back. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So if I look at the inspiration page, the first thing I noticed was that it had a frame around the page, sort of like spaces or boxes or cubes, a very linear graphic space, so you can fill in with photos or stamps in this case, or stickers, or whatever you want to put in them. And I really liked that sort of grid-like starting point to the page. So that's what I'm going to start to create in Canva first. So we're going to create our lines, and as a tip, I'm going to, on my keyboard, I am working on a Mac. So again, if you are working on a tablet or a phone, I do not know whether these tricks will work the same way. But if you're working on a keyboard, if I just type the letter L, a line magically appears on my page. And this is the line that we're going to start to work with to create our grid. So the line comes in and it's got rounded corners and it's pretty thick. So I'm going to click on the line and I'm going to change the line weight. So I'm going to move it down to 1 because I want a skinny line. And then I'm also going to change the end of the line to be square, not rounded. But you can play around with your line. You can make it dotted or dashed if you wanted to, but I'm just going to do that. Also, another tip, I'm going off script, not that I have one, but you can add different endings to your lines. So beginning and ending, like an arrow or a little bullet or whatever you want. So that's just extra info. Excuse me. So I have my line here. I'm going to scroll back out because I need to see my whole page. And I'm going to drag my line down to where Canva will tell me, see the magenta lines on my screen. So I'm going to use that sort of as the frame of the page. And I'm going to drag it out and drag it out again until those lines appear. Whoops. Okay. My mouse is sticking on my mouse pad just a little bit there. So I've got one line. I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to get another line, and I'm going to drag it all the way up to the top and snap that into position. Now I'm going to copy that line again, and this time I actually want to rotate my line 90 degrees, and then I want to extend the line from the top to the bottom. And I may or may not have it exactly in the right place, but I will check that in just a minute. So now that I've got this first one, I'm going to copy and paste it again. Whoops. Copy and paste. Make sure the line is highlighted. Copy and paste it and drag it to the other side. So now we've got essentially a box. I want to double check the corners on my box to make sure that they line up fairly well. And the best way to do that is to really zoom in and check how the corners meet up here. So these ones are pretty good. You just want to make sure that there's no white space or white in the gap here. So that one looks like I brought it down just a little bit too far. So we'll just go with that. I think that will be fine. And now I need to divide it into a couple more sections. So there's looks like a line going across here and a couple of other grid spots at the top. So I'm going to take that bottom line and copy it and then bring it up here somewhere, and we'll play around with this just a minute, see if that's okay. And then do the same thing up here. And if I wanted to, I can actually drag down a ruler. Let's see if I do it at 1.5 and maybe 6.5. No, it's 8, so 6.5. It's about there. So let's move this one back down. And again, I'm just playing around. You guys can do what makes sense to you. I don't need those anymore, so I'm just going to drag them off the page. Now, that doesn't look exactly right, but I'll tell you how I'm going to fix it. This is how my brain works. So, and before I add the photo, I'm just going to check the comments just to see who else is here. Keep getting messages on Facebook, so I do not know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if the video is lagging. Any insight onto that would be really great. Maybe Jamie or some of the others that are here would be great. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a photo. I want to go to my elements section. I want to scroll all the way down to a grid, and I'm going to take the very first single photo grid, and I'm going to resize it to fit into this box here. Now I do want this photo to be a 3x4 card. I do know that. So I'm going to make sure that's 4 and make sure this is 3, or approximately 3, because I want to maintain this white border as well. So that looks to be good. And so once I've done that and positioned the photo, I'm actually going to move it to the center of the page as well. So now I have a better guide as to where I really want these lines, because I want these lines to make up the rest of the frame around the photo. So probably something like that. Oh, thanks, Mary. It was really great to hear. The video and sound are good so far. So I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I'm a little bit frustrated with them today. So I'm gonna work on some other options moving forward for some of these challenges. Maybe we'll have to do it via Zoom, or I'll just have to record the videos. I'm not really sure. So, okay, so here I'm just touching up the lines that I drew, the horizontal lines here, and that looks pretty good to me. So now I'm going to, I'm just going to remove this photo for a minute, because what I want to do is I want to group all of these together. So I'm going to drag my cursor through all the lines. I'm going to group them together. So they they now move as one around on the page. And I also want to change the color, because I don't really think I want them that dark. I just want I want a hint of the grid. But you can choose any color that you want when you're doing this. And the other thing in the inspiration page, here is there's like a little vertical line, sort of like to create this top box into 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and add another line, and I'll just show you one more time how to do that. Since I grouped them all together, I should have done this before I grouped them. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees and pull it off to, let's see, I'll do it on this side, approximately 1.5 inches there. and drag it down. Like that. So it does take a moment or two to set up your grid, but then once you have it set up, you'll be able to use it for lots of other things. So just trying to lock that into place. That looks good. Okay, drag this over the whole lined area one more time and regroup it. So now everything's grouped together and they should all move together. Yeah. So perfect. So there's the basis of my page. And now I'm going to pop my photo grid back in. And let's see. I want to put my photo in. So I had uploaded this photo of a blanket. And I'm going to work on this page with the Cozy Kit from Ali Edwards. So it's rainy and cold in California this afternoon. It's almost 5 o'clock and I've got some fuzzy socks on, and cozy just seemed like the right theme for me today when I was planning this out. So I'm going to go ahead, and now that I have the basis of my page design put together, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with all the fun embellishments. So I have, let's see, what I want to do first is I added my photo. I want to lock my photo, so anything else I put over top of this page will not get sucked into this photo grid. I'm going to go ahead and add a chipboard piece and maybe drag that down here somewhere. I will add a text box, and another quick tip for the text box is hit T on your keyboard and a text box automatically appears. So it's a little bit faster than actually leaving your actual design, going over here to the side, clicking text, and then choosing the text that you want in there. I know that, so I'll leave that as a placeholder for right now. Let's see, what can we put in the top boxes that's kind of fun? So in the inspiration, there's like stamping and some washi and some numbers. I just like the fun, whimsical feel of this page. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add, I think in this kit there's like a knitting stamp, which seemed appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. So we will add the knitting stamp. It came in kind of big. And this is why I love digital, because we can just resize that. And I'm going to play around with the colors in just a minute. I'm just going to lay things out. Let's see. So here's some handwritten sentiment. And I'm going to actually resize that to fit the box. And then center it. And then maybe center the yarn. And let's see, I think it's kind of hard to see on the side bar there. But you can open another tab and you can look at the kit. So I'm going to show you that right now. Just give me a minute here. I just need to find the right folder. So, okay. Pull this onto my screen so you guys can see that too. So now I'm in the main Canva homepage, and these are all my folders. So I'm going to go into the Ali Edwards kits, and I want story kits, and then I want cozy, and here now I can just browse everything that's in the kit, including the stamps, and I can see everything like a thumbnail, which I typically have open when I'm designing. I have two screens, or if you have one screen, you can just tab back and forth between the two, so it's easy to find what you need. So I have this around here, and it's a stamp, and I'm going to move it down here. Of course, it's not the right color, so we're going to change the color of that. And I thought I had uploaded the SVGs. But this one is not. Okay, so this one is an older kit, and it has PNG files in it, not SVG files. So I need to change the color of this because you can't see it. If I put it up here, you could see it on the whiter background, but on my dark floor, you don't see it. So I'm going to use the duotone feature to edit the image of that stamp. And I'm just going to pick on any color that comes up because it doesn't really matter what color it turns to. What you really need are these three little bars, and that will allow you to custom pick your color. And I'm going to turn it to white. I'm going to choose both highlights and shadows, turn it to white, and then hit apply. And now I have just changed the color of the PNG stamp. And you can see it on the dark floor. So let's see, what else can I do here? Yeah, I would type my text in here. I probably want to change it down to be a little bit smaller. I like the typewriter font, and I'm going to adjust my paragraph so it's sort of in line underneath the photo, and then I can add more lines for text here. And then I can go ahead and type. I'm also going to change the color of that because I think the black's just a little too harsh. I like it a little bit softer. And let's change the color of my yarn. I'm going to use the duotone feature again. And this time I'm going to color pick the color from my knitted blanket here. And I'm going to change, like I said before, I'm going to change both of them to that and hit apply. And now I've got a custom matching stamp, digital stamp, for my design. And I think I want it maybe just a little bit smaller to fit in the box there. So I would type in my journaling here, and I think, let's see, I thought I had, there it is. Okay. I have it typed out, so I'm just going to copy and paste it over into this text box. Like this. See how close I did to my practice design here. Not too bad. Move that up just a little bit here. And this page is great, but if I look up at the inspiration page, she did have like some washi and some more fun things. So let's go see if I can find some washi in Canva. I'm going to click in Elements, and I'm going to search washi tape. And lots of them come up. I do have Canva Pro, so I see a lot more options. I am going to filter it out for you guys though, so I'll only see the free options that come up. That one's a little bit wide. And that one's okay. It's just not the right color, so maybe we'll use this one. It's a little more brown, kind of blends with the kit better. And we'll stick that sort of up here and play around with it. It kind of gives you that feel. We could even go back to my kit We might be able to find something else, like a little stamp we could stamp on the washi here. Something like that. Kind of cute, right? But for you guys, I have something special planned. I'm going to offer these. I'm going to offer this template to anyone in the group, but then also in my shop, I'm going to offer this template along with the reverse of the template and 2 more designs that fit into this page design, this page size. I'm going to put that in my shop along with a custom element that you can use in Canva. Excuse me. So I want to give you a sneak peek of what that would look like. So let me bring that tab back over to where I'm sharing my screen. And these are the layouts that I practiced with. And look at this custom washi tape that I've designed just for you guys. And I'll put that in the shop along with the templates. And what's magical about this washi tape is it's a grid. And I don't mean grid like page grid. It's a grid in Canva terminology. No, frame. Now I'm all confused. Okay, so it's a frame. So it means whatever pattern you put into it, it will fill this frame here. I am sorry about that. I am flustered today with Facebook, and I keep getting messages and things popping up, and oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm excited about the washi tape, and I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to find my cozy kit again, and I'm just going to not mess around with my first design. I want to save it intact. Don't challenge my luck here today. But I can put anything from this kit into this frame. So I'm going to drag this journal card, but I don't really want the journal card. I want this sort of watercolor effect on the journal card. So I just enlarged it. And now I have sort of the peachy pink color in the washi tape. Or I can switch that out and I can put this one in the washi tape behind it. The cozy journal card. And it just looks like handwritten swirls or swiggles. It makes it really cute on the washi. So I hope you can see how that custom frame works. Now I've gone ahead and I was playing around with some of the templates. So I want to give you a sneak peek of what I'll put in the Paper Crush shop. So this is page 2. Actually, this is page 2. And so I've used the same lined grid background, but I've placed the photo frames in different places. So this is more like a journaling template, but you can see down here, then I've added the journal card here again. So this is a sneak peek of all of the templates. There'll be 6 in the shop, and this is the one with the custom washi tape that you can insert anything that you want to into it. Pattern paper, journal card, whatever. So I hope you're excited about this, because I'm really excited about this. I worked really hard on that. Just a little bit frustrated that Facebook was not cooperating with me today. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It's almost at the 30-minute mark. Please, I invite you to play around with this template. in Canva and post it in the group under the Scrapbook Challenge, Canva Scrapbook Challenge post for March. I will put those up in just a few minutes, so hang tight, and then you'll have an access to the link. And then if you want, I'll also post a link to the custom templates with the custom washi in the shop. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your patience, and I love having you in the group. So I'm excited to see what you create. Thanks. Bye for now.